Hello and thanks for staying with us. Nigerian Customs Service acquires a small aircraft to fight smuggling along the nation's borderline. Also on Customs Report, Assistant Controller General of Customs speaks on revenue drive of the Nigerian Customs Service in Zone A. Plus, more report. I am Egiseme Idie. Stay tuned. The Nigerian Customs Service has acquired a small aircraft for surveillance to police the borders and also fight smuggling along the nation's borderline.
The Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) has taken a significant step towards strengthening its air surveillance capabilities with the acquisition of a Cessna Grand Caravan EX-208B. The Comptroller General of Customs (CGC) Bashir Adewale Adeniyi inspected the newly acquired aircraft on Friday, 20 September 2024 in Battlesville, Washington, USA, marking a pivotal moment for the NCS Air Wing operations. The aircraft, registered as 5N/BAA, is set to enhance the service's air patrol and surveillance efforts. Powered by the reliable PT-6 Pratt and Whitney engine, the Cessna Grand Caravan is globally recognized for its rugged versatility, short-field takeoff and landing capabilities, and ability to operate on remote airstrips, making it ideally suited for border security operations in Nigeria. CGC Adeniyi emphasized the importance of this acquisition, noting that the aircraft is fitted with the modern Garmin G1000 avionics cockpit system, enabling operations under day, night, and low visibility conditions. CGC Adeniyi said the aircraft will be a game changer for the Nigerian Customs Services Air Wing. While explaining and aligning the move with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, CGC Adeniyi added that the Cessna Grand Caravan will play a crucial role in air patrols aimed at detecting smuggling routes, deploying armed personnel, and providing swift support for ground operations. Additionally, the aircraft will serve as a strategic asset for Nigerian Customs Technical and Hangar Services Limited, offering logistical support and revenue generation for the service. CGC Adeniyi underscored the cost efficiency of the Cessna Grand Caravan, noting that its operational costs are relatively low compared to other aircraft in its class. Captain Kuhi Mbaya, the aircraft's operations coordinator and managing director of Nigeria Customs Technical and Hangar Services Limited, lauded the acquisition as a milestone for the NCS aviation unit. The acquisition of the Cessna Grand Caravan is expected to provide significant tactical advantages to the Nigerian Customs Service, tightening border security and sending a clear signal to economic saboteurs that the service is better equipped than ever before to combat smuggling activities.
Since the appointment of the Controller General of Nigerian Customs Service by Mr. President, the service has continued to generate more revenue and also fight against smuggling all over the country. While the issue of smuggling has continued to reduce with the help of other government agencies operating at the ports, border posts, also at the airport.
As Nigeria celebrates its 64th Independence Day, the spotlight shines on the remarkable achievements of Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, the Comptroller General of the Nigeria Customs Service (NCS). His tenure has been marked by a delicate balancing act between revenue generation and trade facilitation, which has played a crucial role in sustaining the nation's economy. Revenue generation remains a core mandate of the NCS since his appointment in June 2023. CGC Adeniyi has been recognized for his significant achievements in this area, earning accolades such as the Outstanding Revenue Collection Award from President Bola Tinubu. The NCS's role in revenue collection is indispensable, providing the government with the necessary funds to drive national development projects and public services. Under Adeniyi's leadership, the NCS has consistently surpassed its revenue targets, This achievement is not merely a result of stringent enforcement, but also due to innovative reforms aimed at enhancing efficiency and transparency within the service. By leveraging technology and data analytics, the NCS has been able to plug revenue leakages and streamline customs processes. CGC Adini has emphasized the importance of trade facilitation, recognizing that it is essential for a sustainable economic development. Speaking at the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs (NIA) in November 2023, he highlighted the need for a nuanced approach that fosters both revenue generation and trade facilitation. This involves adopting modern technologies and processes to streamline customs operations, such as paperless transactions and the implementation of the Authorized Economic Operators (AEO) program.
Like we are explaining it over a cup of tea. Now let's imagine Africa as a massive family, a family gathering. And after is a grand feast we have all been waiting for. The Continental Free Trade Agreement stands for the African Continental Free Trade Area, and it's like a gigantic marketplace where African countries have decided to tear down the invisible walls separating them. It's a pact where nations says, hey, let's trade freely, let's support each other, and let's grow together. Now, imagine your favorite local markets, but not on a continental scale. So instead of each country doing its own thing, AFTA is like a super group where everyone brings something to the table and we are dancing according to the music dictated by AFTA. The first is the paperless processes. Gone are the days of drowning in paperwork in customs. We have embraced digital systems, making customs procedures smoother and faster. Now, when you use less paperwork, thank you, when you use less paperwork, it means less hassles for business and ensuring a more efficient flow of goods. Secondly, we have embarked on a number of initiatives aimed at promoting trade facilitation. NCS is no longer just about checking boxes, it's about facilitating trade. Initiatives like the Authorized Economic Operator Program and the advanced ruling are streamlining processes, giving businesses more predictability and reducing unnecessary delays. And the third, we are building capacity for understanding the rules of origin regime. We are not just adapting, we are preparing for the intricacies of the rules of origin under the AFTA regime. Capacity building programs ensure that our officers are well equipped to handle the complexities, fostering a more conducive environment for trade. And in terms of community engagement, we've imagined a customs service that listens. We are actively engaging with the business community, the border community, seeking feedbacks and adjusting. It is not just about enforcing rules, it's about being a partner in economic growth. And when we check Articles 7 and 8 of the AFTA documents, when we look at the progressive elimination of import duties, these are some of the objectives of AFTA, and these are some of the things we want to achieve by bringing in some of the reforms that I've mentioned. All of this sounds rosy, but we could have some hurdles, we could have some challenges. A number of things can go wrong, starting from our bumpy road of infrastructure. When we look at the potholes on our road, we appreciate the infrastructure challenge. From power outages to uneven roads, our infrastructure needs a tune-up. It's not just about convenience. It is a roadblock. It constitutes a roadblock to efficient business operations. But we know that the current administration of President Ahmed Tinubu has clearly identified the upgrade of infrastructure around the border and the port area in its policy trust documents, and we look eagerly towards those implementation.
The NCS's commitment to trade facilitation aligns with broader continental objectives, such as the African Continental Free Trade Area. By embracing initiatives like Advanced Ruling and Rules of Origin (ROO), the NCS aims to create a more efficient and transparent trading environment that benefits small and medium-scale entrepreneurs. Adeniyi's approach to trade facilitation has been very commendable. He has dismantled numerous obstacles to trade, prioritizing efficiency in service delivery. Initiatives such as the introduction of a single window system for trade and the automation of customs procedures have significantly reduced the time and cost of doing business at Nigeria's ports. These reforms have not only boosted trade volumes but have also enhanced Nigeria's competitiveness on the global stage. The true genius of Adeniyi's leadership lies in his ability to balance the dual objectives of revenue generation and trade facilitation. While it is often challenging to achieve both simultaneously, Adeniyi has demonstrated that with the right policies and a commitment to reform, it is possible to create a customs service that is both a revenue generating powerhouse and a facilitator of trade. The impact of these reforms on Nigeria's economy cannot be overstated. By ensuring a steady flow of revenue and facilitating trade, Adeniyi has helped to create a more stable and resilient economic environment. This has been particularly important in the face of global economic uncertainties and domestic challenges. One of the significant challenges faced by the NCS is a need for transparent communication channels with stakeholders. CGC Adeniyi has pointed out that misunderstandings and inefficiencies in trade operations often stem from inadequate communication. To address this, he advocates for regular consultation platforms that prioritize feedback from the business community, ensuring that customs operations are not only efficient but also reflective of the needs of diverse stakeholders.
There will be consultation, there will be capacity building, and we will talk to all the operators that are involved, and then we will launch the study. We will publish the results. For us in the customs, it's not about whether the delay were credited to customs or whether customs is responsible for this. For us and the committee, it's important to know the ailments that we have so that we'll be able to apply the right treatments to the ailments.
Indeed, the NCS must navigate the complexities of global trade dynamics while maintaining its revenue generation mandate. This, however, requires continuous adaptation and innovation, leveraging technology to enhance both revenue collection and trade facilitation. As Nigeria looks to the future, the lessons from Adeniyi's tenure will be invaluable. His balancing act of revenue generation and trade facilitation serves as a model for other sectors and underscores the importance of dynamic, transformative, and innovative leadership in driving economic growth.
You are watching the program Customs Report. The Customs Assistant Colonel General in charge of Zone A has continued to speak to members of the service on revenue generation in the country. He visited Osun and Ekiti Command to further brief members of the public on how the Nigerian Customs Service will continue to surpass its targets in the country.
Finally, Customs Service has gotten a leader, in the person of Bashir Adewale Adeni, MFR. Since his assumption to office over a year ago, he has been able to roll out so many things. in terms of procedures of customs operation in line with international best practice. Is somebody that is grounded in custom procedures and operations. So since his assumption of office, procedures that makes things work in customs administration internationally have been applied in Nigeria. So Nigerian Customs Service as it is at its best in terms of world best practice. So apart from those, we talk about simplification of custom procedures, we talk about the AEO programs he rolled out, we talk about advanced ruling. All these are trade facilitation tools which he launched and make sure that they must work, which I'm sure they are working. So apart from that, we also look at the issue of welfare. He has been on top of the situation in terms of officers' welfare. A lot of activities are going on. Insurance policies are being modified. Officers' housing schemes, promotions are taking place at when due. You know, we just finished promotion exams, and it won't take long, the results will come out. So these are things happening right now, and it's motivating officers.
He speaks more on the issues.
Aware that certain things that are happening here are not happening in other places. Just this morning, as we were coming, something occurred. I had a thinking in my mind, I have a thought in my mind, that I hope Dr. Ben is not going to engage us in sanitation, because that is what the command is known for as of now. So at least I'm glad I'm not seeing any cutlasses and anything. I hope it's not going to be in the schedule that you line up for us. But it's a good thing, because Oyo Oshun is known for that. I can tell you that. So it's good to have initiative. It's good to have a leader that has initiative. If you are known for something, it's a credit. So I'm urging all of you, you have to create a footprint.
The zonal coordinator of Nigerian Customs Service, Zone B, has said that customs officers in Kano and Jigawa Command should always maintain discipline with their teamwork and also stakeholders operating in the industry. The ACG said that the service is a highly disciplined service. According to him, discipline is the watchword of Nigerian Customs Service. The Apapa Customs Command has collected 1.6 trillion in the third quarter of 2024. The Customs Area Controller said that the collection is due to customs management policies on trade facilitation all over the country.
The CGC has always believed that an efficient, motivating system is very key towards the attainment of our organizational goals, and this was why we keyed into it, and we felt it's very important to recognize officers who had distinguished themselves one way or the other as far as the performance of various responsibilities is concerned. This will be the second series in the recognition we have given as a command to officers since my coming on board, and this had really gone a long way in ensuring that healthy rivalry is being ensured among our officers and men, as well as efforts towards the attainment of our revenue targets. And this was why we felt it's very important we recognize those of them that we have found to be worthy of recognition. We have an award committee which had brought forward names of officers, men that justify and merit this recognition. We have officers of the month, those who have distinguished themselves as regards the generation of revenue, those who have made very significant contributions to the revenue target of the command, those who are very hardworking and had proven to be exemplary in the conduct of their duties, those who have been seen to be up and doing their various bits, as well as those who appear very neatly within the month under review. So these are officers which we felt it's very important to recognize them, and this is exactly what we have done, and it has significantly assisted towards the attainment of our organizational goals. Plugging revenue leakages, that had been the major source of most of this revenue which we had reported. We've also said it that it's not that the cargo throughput had increased, it hasn't. It has even reduced drastically. And we've seen a monthly reduction when you compare with the corresponding periods last year, July, last year, August. We've seen over 3,000 declarations reduction. So, however, we are able to plug leakages and to ensure maximum payment of revenue to the coffers of government, and this had assisted towards what you are seeing today.
Talks between the Nigerian Customs Service (NCS) and World Customs Organization (WCO), the World Bank Group (WBG), and the International Monetary Fund (IMF) in a workshop on post-clearance audit (PCA) in Abuja to enhance trade facilitation in Nigeria enters the third day. At the opening ceremony, the Comptroller General, Customs (CGC) Adewale Adeniyi, represented by the Assistant Comptroller General of Customs in charge of Tariff and Trade, Adekunle Oluyede, expressed his gratitude to the WCO, WBJ, and IMF for their invaluable contributions to the PCA reform efforts. He stated that the workshop is essential for establishing a robust PCA which complements the Authorized Economic Operator (AEO) program. According to him, both initiatives are critical to strengthening the compliance framework and advancing the trade facilitation efforts of the service.
We all know PCA, post-clearance audit, plays a vital role in ensuring compliance in international trade and safeguarding national revenue long after goods have exited from customs control. In today's complex trade environment, characterized by issues such as transfer pricing, under-invoicing, false declaration, use of incorrect harmonized system classification, a robust PCA system is essential. Moreover, PCA aligns with the principles outlined in the revised Kyoto Convention, which emphasizes the importance of trade facilitation while ensuring compliance and security in customs operation.
The CGC, who emphasized that the ability to conduct effective post-clearance audits enables the NCS to detect and prevent commercial fraud, recover lost revenue, and enhance trade facilitation, also disclosed that a strong PCA framework fosters a secure trading environment, ultimately facilitating smoother international trade. Highlighting the significance of online virtual sessions, he said they provide real-time insights and knowledge sharing, making it possible for specific challenges to be addressed towards implementation of the best practices around the globe to innovate NCS PCA processes. Outlining the key areas of the workshop, the CGC stated that the focus includes risk management targeting, developing data-driven methodologies to identify high-risk transactions, creating detailed audit plans for efficient execution, capacity building, leveraging international expertise and technology, among others.
I was always amazed by when the submissions would come in and we do the review, and sometimes it must have been painful for you to listen to us go through stuff in excruciating detail, yet within 24 hours you had turned it around and had the next version, plus you were preparing for the next submission. So I've never had that experience before where it happened so fast and was integrating so much. So my kudos to you, and certainly I know from the WCO perspective, that level of commitment and engagement is truly a great thing to have. So from the WCO perspective, we continue to value our partnership with the NCS. Thank you for the peer-to-peer support you've also been providing, and just personally from my perspective, I'm so looking forward to this week. The advanced workshop on PCA is something which is very near and dear to my heart, so I'm looking forward to working with you on it and to see what comes of it in terms of what we'll do when we finalize your PCA manual.
He urged participants to apply what they learned to strengthen the service's PCA system and protect national revenue. Assistant Comptroller General of Customs, Suleiman Chiroma, from the Strategic Research and Policy Department of NCS, emphasized that PCA is a tool that ensures the smooth running of customs processes by introducing measures, methods, and various approaches for seamless transactions. Tracker. Also speaking, World Customs Organization expert Russell Clark expressed his appreciation for the collaboration and commended the NCS's dedication to improving its processes in facilitating trade. The workshop, which began on the 7th of this month, will run through to 11th of October 2024.
Just before I round up this week edition of the program Customs Report, we brought you a report where the Upper Customs Command collected 1.6 trillion in the third quarter of this year, which means that the Nigerian Customs Service will definitely surpass its target in Apapa Port in the country. For me, Igiseme Idinye, thanks for watching.